What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Welcome back here today to another reaction video where you're going to be reacting to the newly put out top 74 NBA players of all time by ESPN. And yes, bearded SROS is no more. I shaved the beard. I think I kept it going from like April 1st to like May 10th. It was a while, but it was time to shave it, definitely. And you might be asking, why is ESPN doing top 74 jerseys, top 74 players? It's because the NBA has been going on for 74 years, so that's why they are picking the number 74. And yeah, I'm gonna leave a link to the article in the description if you want to see what it was like for yourselves. And yeah, if you're making a list of the top 74 players ever, there is gonna be some controversy, so I'm not gonna hate on the list. I'm just gonna say what maybe I would personally disagree with, but any list is fine with me. And if you're gonna make a top 74 list, people aren't gonna be happy just how it is, but I give them credit for doing this, and it's cool. And let's get into it. So number 74 is Artis Gilmore. Obviously, once we get into like the top 20, you can kind of see who was in there, who wasn't, and then where those guys are ranked. There'll be a little bit more controversy. So okay, they're setting the baseline. 74 is Artis Gilmore. I would like to see maybe who they had consideration for 74, but you know, that's fine. Dikembe Mutombo at 73. Okay. Could be some debate between, but like, yeah, if they're one or two spots between each other, I think they're fine. And then there's really nothing wrong with that. But if there's like 20 spots between a player, yeah, maybe that would be something. Damian Lillard, okay. Already better than Gilmore and Mutombo. All right. Next up, we got Bob Lehner. All right. Glad to see him getting some love. Tony Parker at 70. I think he should be ahead of Damian Lillard as of now, especially because he's won, what, 3 titles? Or maybe he's won more than that. He's won, what, 14, 07. What else? How many times has Tony Parker won it all? He's got 4, excuse me. 03, 05, 07, and 14. Gotcha. So, yeah, I think he definitely deserves to be above Damian Lillard. Bernard King. Okay, fellow Nick here. Making it at number nice. Pete Maravich at 68. I feel like that's a little low. Feel like that is a little low, but he didn't play. He didn't have a super long career. Yeah, only a 10-year career. Okay, Alex English ahead of him. I think longevity should definitely matter as well. I think this was made up of a bunch of ESPN personnel. Yeah, it's ESPN's NBA expert panel. So does it really not say who's on the panel? I thought that would be kind of interesting, but okay. Maybe it'll say it at the end. So 67 Alex English, 66 Dave Cohen. Okay, surprised to see him like ahead of him. I feel like Maravich is a little bit low. Even though, I guess this 10-year career maybe will hold him back. Alex English, Cohen's. Pau Gasol at 65. All right. Earl Monroe at 64. And it's going to be really hard it's hard to debate players like somebody that played in 1967 to someone that played in 2007. So, yeah, it's really hard to kind of debate that. So, 63, Alonzo Mourning. NBA champion in what? 05 or 06? Whenever the Heat won it there. I don't know if I'll say it. Yeah, 06, excuse me. Dennis Rodman at 62. Interesting that Rodman comes in ahead of Pete Maravich. All right. But I can definitely see why. Robert Parrish at 61. Willis Reed at 60. Bob McAdoo at 59. Manu at 58. Okay. Interesting to also see Manu decent amount of spots. 12 spots ahead of Tony Parker. But I can definitely see why. Look, crazy how young he looks in that photo. I just think maybe Maravich is too low so far. And it's just interesting. I'm not saying I disagree with it. Just interesting to see Manu 12 spots ahead of Tony Parker. Next up, we have Clyde Drexler at 57. Okay. Ray Allen at 56. I don't know. I think I would maybe have... I don't know. No, I could work with Allen over Drexler. 55, Vince Carter. Okay. Vince Carter ahead of Allen and Drexler. 54, Paul Pierce. Okay, so Pierce has not cracked the top 50. The Glove at 53. Shout out to the 2000 franchise. We only really had him for half an episode, but still. T-Mac at 52. Okay. Interesting to see T-Mac ahead of Pierce. Obviously, he's more talented. I don't know if we're going to go maybe off career-wise. Because obviously, Pierce is a multi-time NBA champion. Or no, is he just a one-time NBA champion? Never mind. But... like, obviously, T-Mac's a more talented player. But okay, I'm okay with that. So, 51, James Worthy. 50, Wes Unseld. Okay. I don't think there's anything really too crazy in the top 24, the last 24 that we mentioned. So, let's get into the top 50 now. 49, Reggie Miller. Okay, let's see who's ahead of Reggie Miller. Bill Walton. Okay, so... Alright, going at 47, George Gervin. 46, Dominique Wilkins, excuse me. Little low, maybe? 46? Okay. Reggie Miller, 49, also seems a little bit low, too. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see who's kind of ahead. Anthony Davis! Already better than Pete Maravich and Dominique Wilkins? I mean, success, like, talent-wise, sure. But, like, he has not made it to what? He's made it to the second round once? And when they beat Portland, or they swept Portland in 2018? I mean, this year, obviously, he could be an NBA champion, but still, that's a little high to have AD already ahead of Wilkins, already ahead of Reggie Miller, already ahead of, like, T-Mac and Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce, okay. But also, like, Pete Maravich, Carter Allen, Clyde Drexler. Interesting. Just to see, like, where AD is. He's played, what, 9 years in the NBA. Okay. So they have AD at 45. I wonder how many current day players we're going to see here. 44, Elvin Hayes. 43, Rick Barry. Amazing haircut by Rick Barry there. 42, we got Russell Westbrook. That's interesting. Like, right now, so if Russell Westbrook retired today, he would be better than Tony Parker. Okay. I think there's a debate for that, definitely. I don't know what I would agree on. I would have to kind of dive into it a little bit more. But interesting to see Russ at 42. Okay. All right. What's the reasoning for this? On a purely statistical vacuum, yeah, I guess, sure. The debate over whether that stubborn single-mindedness help or actually hurt his team will be part of his NBA chatter forever. But his resume is stacked with jaw-dropping achievements, the greatest of which is intangible. He made the triple-double. Yeah, I guess. That 2016-17 season was insane, but okay. Interesting. Elevate him into the top 25 is that one shiny thing. Fair. Bob Cousy at 41. Okay, so now I think we're in a new article I gotta go to. Alright, so we got 40 to 11 here. So Russell Westbrook and AD at 45 and 42 is interesting. So Chris Paul at 40. Okay, I'm glad he's ahead of us. Maybe Russ retires, it could be better, but yeah, neither one of them have gotten a finals championship. But Chris Paul making the top 40. Okay. Definitely think he should. I don't know if he should have made it a little bit higher. But we'll see. 39, Walt Frazier. Okay. One of the greatest Knicks ever. Bob Pettit here at 38. It's like, it's really hard to compare somebody that played in 1954 to somebody that played in 2000 or started his career in, what, 2005? And is playing in 2014 at a high level, and then somebody that played in 54. It's interesting. Ewing at 37. Okay. Like, I don't know. Okay. Kevin McHale at 36. I don't know if I'd have Ewing ahead of McHale. Kidd at 35. Okay, so they do have, I guess, Steve Nash ahead of Jason Kidd. I mean, we better see Steve Nash. Oh, we will. He's a two-time MVP. So Jason Kidd at 35. An NBA champion, correct, with Dallas. So he has had something Steve Nash didn't get. George Mikan here at 34. Yeah, George Mikan from 1948. Kind of crazy. John Havlicek here at 33. Maybe a little high, but maybe he should be in that range. Okay. I'm just thinking, I don't know if Russ is that high. Or, like, I was kind of shocked that Russ was at 42, but maybe that is serviceable. I mean, he does have the accolades to prove it in the stats. James Harden already at 32. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to see that a lot. I mean, one of the greatest scorers we've seen in this generation, in this era. 32, though. Let's see. I mean, would you have Chris Paul ahead of James Harden or Jason Kidd ahead of James Harden? Maybe not Kidd, but Chris Paul definitely has a case to be better than James Harden. Maybe not. I think there's a case, but I guess Harden would get out the edge there. Isaiah Thomas. Detroit Pistons, Isaiah Thomas. Steve Nash at 30. My favorite player of all time. Glad he cracked into the top 30. He won a championship with that Suns team in, what, like 06, 07? Whenever you want, yeah, or in 05, in 06. He would have probably been top 20. And one of the greatest point guards ever, but that series where he got hurt against San Antonio really sucked. AI, another fellow point guard that couldn't get a ring, but made it to the championship in 2000. He comes in at 29. I think that's definitely a fair spot for him. 28, John Stockton. So we got to run with point guards here. We got Isaiah Thomas. I'm surprised Steve Nash is ahead of Isaiah Thomas, though, which is kind of interesting. God, I got to stop saying interesting. I apologize. But yeah, I would just think there would be more debate, but hey, I like it. AI at 29, as we said. John Stockton at 28. Arguably the second greatest point guard ever, but I think maybe Steph's already dead. Giannis at 27? I feel like that's a little premature, don't you think? Someone that's made it to the conference championship once. Yeah, he'll be a 2-time MVP, but so is Steve Nash. I mean, from a pure skill standpoint, yeah, 100%. But just, he doesn't have, I think, near the accolades enough. He's what, a 1-time All-NBA? What did he make in 2018? Was he All-NBA second team? He was All-NBA second team, okay, in 2017 and 2018, and All NBA first team in 2019, and will most likely be in 2020. I don't know. I don't know if it's a little premature. Obviously, he's going to probably be a top 20 player ever. I'm sure he'll win a championship and probably another MVP in his career and be a top 20 player of all time. I just think at this moment, 27 could be a little bit high, and I think that's a fair discussion to have. Dwayne Wade at 26. Wait. Are we really not going to see Carmelo Anthony's name? Huh. Interesting. God, I'm sorry with the guy. That's stupid interesting, but wow, no Melo in the top 74. Dwayne Wade at 26, Kawhi at 25. Wow, we're going to see no Melo. I just realized that. Wow. All right. I'm just kind of shocked. No Melo in the top 74. Dwayne Wade at 26, Kawhi at 25. Okay, Dwayne Wade already hit a Kawhi, but what? Kawhi's a 2-time NBA champion. Wade's what, a 3-time NBA champion? But I think I'm okay with that. David Robinson at 24. Charles Barkley at 23. Perfectly okay with that. I think Barkley was a more talented player, but obviously Robinson was a more accomplished player. Elgin Baylor here at 22. Scottie Pippen here at 21. Okay, Scottie Pippen at 21. I think that's definitely fair. He was second best player on the greatest team of all time and second best player throughout the greatest team dynasty of all time. KG at 20. I'm okay with that. Yeah, Dirk at 19. I like Dirk ahead of KG, though, personally. Moses Malone, but I think KG was a little bit ahead of his time, and if he was playing today, he would be incredible. I think he would be even better than he was throughout his tenure being drafted in 95. Moses Malone, and then a Karl Malone, so we have Moses at 18, or another Malone, and then we have Karl at 17. I'm okay with that. I honestly think I might have liked Stockton a little bit better, but that's probably my point guard bias. Jerry West at 16. Okay. Julius Erving at 15. And then we got KD at 14. I think KD definitely deserves top 15 recognition. MVP winner, multiple-time All-NBA first team, 2-time NBA champion. Like, if you hate the Golden State move, whatever, but top 15 I think is deserving. Steph at 13, okay. I think Steph should be ahead of KD, though. Hakeem at 12. Surprised no Hakeem maybe in the top 10, but okay. Oscar at 11. And then we got to go into the top 10 here. All right, so number 10, Shaq. All right, it's interesting to see where people have, or it's intriguing, the ranking between Shaq and Kobe, because I'm sure, obviously, we'll see Kobe here in the top 10. And speaking of Kobe, he's here at 9, which I think is fair. I think Kobe, like, people want to say he's top 5. I think he belongs a little bit more in like the 6 to 10 range, so I think 9 is definitely fair. 8 is Tim Duncan. I was always a Tim Duncan over Kobe career-wise. I think both are top 10 players that I've come to realize, but I think Duncan is slightly ahead of Kobe. So Duncan comes in at number 8. Larry Bird at 7. Maybe a little low. Okay, so let's see who we'll have ahead of Larry Bird. Jordan, LeBron, Magic, Kareem, Wilt, Bill Russell? I'm going to guess those will be the 6. I would maybe even have Larry Bird ahead of Bill. Even though Bill Russell's like the most accomplished player ever, I don't know. Maybe I think I would have Larry Bird ahead of him. So Wilt's at 6. Okay, yeah, you know Wilt was going to be here in the top 7. One of the freakish athletes of ever in any sport. Averaged 30 and 23. It's insane. Magic at 5. Okay. I would personally have probably Magic, Wilt, and Bird ahead of Bill Russell, who I'm going to guess is going to be 4. And he is. Most accomplished player ever. Yes, he's won 11 championships, the goddamn Bill Russell challenge, but I think I would have him a little bit lower, just a little bit. Personally, Kareem at 3. I think where he belongs. And then what I would do is probably LeBron at 2. Jordan at 1. Let's see if Jordan's 2, but I think with the whole last dance, he'll probably be 1. And yeah, LeBron at 2 here. I think if he wins a championship, I don't know. I don't know if he'll ever pass Jordan. What does he have to do? If he wins the championship this year, maybe. He might have to win 2 more. He might have to. But if he wins this year, I'm sure people will call him the GOAT. People call him the GOAT already. So 2, I think, is where I would have LeBron, and then 1, you'll have Michael Jordan. Okay. Some notable things that I would probably have Bird and Johnson ahead of Bill Russell. That is just my personal opinion. I would probably have Carmelo Anthony on this top 74 list. Maybe AD was a little too high. Maybe Giannis was a little too high, just because neither have won the big one. But Giannis has one, and probably 2 MVP. So I would say AD was a little bit high. But yeah, when you have a top 74 of all time list, obviously you can critique every little thing. But I just commend them for making this list. It's hard to do so. So shout out to ESPN. The link to the article will be in the description. And let me know in the comments, what was your biggest, like, whoa, this guy shouldn't have been this high, or where was this guy, or this guy was a lot lower than where he should have been. Let me know in the comments below that. But yeah, that is going to be for me. Thank you all for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next video.